Hi, I'm Heidi, Whips and Kits here on Flosstube. I'm here with my 5th Flosstube. It's been a couple of months since I filmed, over 2 months since I filmed, and I'm rusty, but if I don't do it now, I don't even know how I would even catch up because it's just, yeah, it's been crazy. It's been crazy nuts. So I have a bunch of things to show you. I can't even show all of my haul because it's crazy. It's too much. I'll just tell you that. It's too much to even show. It's embarrassing. But I do want to show a few of the things that I purchased that I really, really love. I have a couple of fully finished objects, well, several that I've finished. And then I have a bunch of new starts and a couple of, well, one at least that is going to be a restart. And then I wanted to talk about when I went to the attic. And it was just wonderful. So let's get started. So I first want to show a couple of things that I got finished at the Hobby Lobby. I just took a chance and thought, I'm just going to try it. I'm going to try and see how it goes. And I really am impressed with the finishes. This is my first fully finished object. And it is Springtime of Youth, I believe it's called, by Chessie and Me. And it's with Gloriana Silks, a lot over one, and it's done on 32 count Lakeside vintage, what's the gray one? Vintage cedar plank, that's it. So that's this first one, and I loved stitching this one. I love stitching over one on 32 count. I think I've said that like 1,000 times. But it comes like this, and it's finished like that. So I was very happy with this finish. It looks really nice in the frame. I'm not that picky, to be honest, so it looks good to me. And then the second one that I had finished at Hobby Lobby was Plum Street, and it is this one, Jane Austen. I always forget what it's called. But I love this one too. I suppose there may be 100 different ways of being in love. I love that. There's me and my husband sharing a wreath together. We just love to share wreaths. This is the first little bit of over one that I ever did. I just was so enamored with this design. And it's done on pink. I think this is a 36 count, I believe. And this I got from Beach Cottage Stitchers. It was a little kit. So it just came with just enough fabric to get it done and the floss. And then I could just get going. Beach Cottage Stitcher, I really like to order from her. It takes a long time to get things, but I don't care. I have so much stuff to do anyway, I mean, it's not like I'm in a hurry. So those were my finishes that I got done at Hobby Lobby. I just got them yesterday. This one came actually upside down. This was, you can see where he tore it off there. And this thing was here. And so I brought it back in today and just, he fixed it. So that's good. Couple other things that I bought. I was watching this Flosstuber and I never remember people's names. So Susan is her name, but I don't remember her last name. She's so talented. She's so talented. And she was telling me about this tray that she bought, a little stitching tray. Oh, I just love it. And it's by what's the guy's name? LaHaye's. I just cannot stay away from this place. I flippin' love it. Love it. So I'm buying these like crazy right now. I mean, crazy. So this little tray, I just love that I can just bring it wherever I want to go in the house, and it has all that I need. It has a couple scissors in it, my Sharpie, if I want to do some floss dropping. I love these little, these are my favorite needles actually right now. They're pony, and I like to stitch on the 56 count using the 28, and the 28 is so skinny. It's really nice. I got this on Amazon. And the 26 count is very skinny too. The 24 is skinny enough. They're really thin needles, so I really enjoy them. The 22 I haven't used yet, but I could use that on the stuff that I'm stitching Ada, you know. I love it. So this is a little tray that I got. And then he sometimes has things that are seconds. And I bought a couple of seconds. This is a little second that I bought. And then this one too. So this is a number 1. And this is a number 3. Isn't that so fun? I want to get one of each color. So, yeah, I just love them. I don't know what's second about them because they look pretty good to me. I don't know. I can't tell the difference, but they were a little cheaper than usual. You have to hop on it though. If he tells you he's got seconds, you got to, you know, you got to go right there. So I'll put these over here. And then another thing I bought, I love old stuff. I love antiques so much, but we don't have any good antique places where I live. Not very good anyway, in Wisconsin. So, or not that I know of. I'm just not a big, I just don't know of any around there. I'm not a very good antique person yet. So, but I saw this online and I loved it. Look at this little sewing box. This is Brooks Soft Finish Spool Cotton. This is like 20 some bucks on Etsy. And I really enjoy the front of it. The lacquer picture on the front is so pretty. So I really love that. That was another acquisition. Like I said, I can't tell you all my purchases because it was gross. I mean, literally gross. My friend will tell you. Stop, she'll say. No, she won't say that. But and then I got this. I got a bunch of stuff from Kitten Stitcher when she had her sale. And this is, I just think this is so darn cute. It was on big sale for at Thanksgiving. And this is how much stuff I have, you guys. I had this sitting over there and I thought, oh, I got to get the chart out. So it came with the flosses and the little piece of Vintage Country Mocha that you stitch the piece on. And this piece is from the Primitive Stitcher magazine. A Primitive Stitcher, and you know the magazine I'm talking about. So you finish it and then you put it in this little chest. Well, I just think this is so cute. So I bought this. It was on big sale. So I had the fabric and this floss sitting out and I thought, what is that for? What is this on? What is this? I couldn't remember for like weeks. And then finally I thought, oh yeah, I want to open. Oh yeah, that's what that's from, the floss and the fabric. Oh my God. I do that with floss too. I'm like, what did I buy this floss for? What project? And you know, I could write it down. Sure, I could write it down, but I don't. Okay, so that's, I think, oh no, I have a couple more things. I want to stitch all of the Garden Club series from Blackbird Designs. So I bought all of them. And the kind of person I am to kit stuff up, I have to kit the whole thing. I can't just start with Basket of Cherries. And I'm not even doing it on one piece of fabric. I bought all of the different fabrics to stitch it on. I am going to stitch this 2 over 2. and on the called for fabric. I think it's 32 count weeks. They're all different kinds of weeks, and I bought the fabrics too to put them on because I love the look of them all stitched. Yeah, 32 count. They're all 32 count, and I really like 1/2, but I like how bright these are on the 2/2, and that's how you get the bright look, is doing the 2 threads over 2. And I really want to do that. Even though I don't love stitching with 2 threads, I'm going to for this project. So I think I'm going to. That's what I say. Look at the floss. I got all the floss for it. That's a lot of floss. So I'm hoping, because they're small, I'll only need 1 skein of each, but I still have, I always buy 10 yards of general art. So I have the other half of this as well if I need it, but I didn't want to take it all up in this one project. So I split them. I split them all. So that's another thing that I got. And then I kitted up this. I bought reindeer games from Brenda Gervais. This is my working copy. And I've got all the floss, got it all kitted up. And like some things, they only need like 2 pieces of floss for it, but, and you only use it in 1 pattern, but yeah. And I'm going to stitch this on Hot Cocoa by Be Stitch Me, 40 count Hot Cocoa. And I think it does call for a 40 count, right? Yep, 40 count, Vintage Country Mocha. This looks pretty Vintage Country Mocha to me. I think that's good. Yeah. So I like that. So I'm going to stitch that. I'm still Christmas stitching, not right this second because I'm working on one project, but I still am into Christmas stitching right now. Another thing I've been purchasing, I want to do all of these stockings. So I have July coming and I just need August yet. I was going to look at my local shops for August, but I have all of the little blackbird stockings. And they're all so nice. This is by the Chimney with Care for January. And I can't wait to stitch that. Oh, I'm so excited. And they're all so pretty. They're so tiny and cute. And they're all on 30 count fabric, which we have at the local L&S at Lynn's. So I want to stitch these. So I bought those. I purchased A Girl in Her Garden. This was on sale. This was like a springtime sale at Top Knot. And then I got this. I really love this. I want to stitch it immediately. Threadwork Primitives Christmas Fruit Basket. Fruit basket! That's how we say it, me and my friend Kathy. This was on sale at 123 Stitch and Tong Ufendel. I want to stitch this in the worst way. And then I watched Grace, the Paisley Stitcher, who's a new best friend. And she is going to stitch this. So I had to buy this. And I didn't know that, but the lady that does the patterns, the Scarlet Letter patterns, I forget her name. I think it's in here. Oh, it doesn't say. It doesn't say her name. Anyway, I don't know her name. And she lives in Wisconsin. So they just said, oh yeah, I can get that next week for you. So I was like, hooray! Thanks, Lynn's of Madison. So I got that. And then this is honestly just so beautiful. I love everything that Shakespeare's Peddler does. Everything. So I bought this. And I want to stitch that immediately. Oh, another couple of things that I got that were on sale. These little Santa labels. And then Ding Dong Merrily on High. heartstring samplery. I love it. And then my son, my little sonny boy, got me a $40 gift card for Lynn's of Madison for Christmas because he just knows what I love. And I bought this beautiful piece of fabric. Look at this, brown and purple. It's already been cut. It smells like mothballs because my parents have mothballs in their car to keep mice out of the car. So gross. And I forgot this at their house because I had to show them. So pretty. And this is my favorite. This is from my favorite floss person. I mean, favorite fabric dyer, but who no longer dyes fabric. So yeah, I forget the name. Let me see. It's called Ametrine by Silk Weaver. Yeah, so she no longer dyes the fabric. It's a man named Jim, and I've bought fabric there since, and it's still good. So, but it's just I love the Silk Weaver fabric. They have little splotches of purple on this Ametrine. So pretty. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it right there. So cool. I love this. I'm going to use this for a special project. It turns out to be a half yard, but it's kind of cut up a little bit. I don't mind. So now I have to wash it though because it smells like mothballs. Honestly. Honest to Pete. Okay. Now, ooh, I wanted to show you what else I finished. I did some finishing for friends. I'm so sorry. It's kind of higgledy-piggledy. So I have to show you on here because I just have to. Okay. So this is the finish that I did for my friend Phoebe. I finished a little ornament for her. This is a Teresa Kogut. I finished it myself, and I'll tell you what, it looks like a blue ribbon prize or something that's supposed to be. But I did my best. It's my first finish on an ornament. So there's that. And I also made her this little box. I finished this little box for her. I put a couple things in it, some needle cases and a couple of tape measures and little scissors. I love those little mini scissors, the tiny ones. And then I put some fake relatives in there for her. And yeah. This is from her video, from Phoebe's Flosstube. She is, she is Moonshine Stitchery. So I took that picture from her Flosstube. And then I finished this for my sister. I framed it myself. She took a little video. She was kind enough to take a video for me. And my sister was like, what? Why did you give that to her? And I'm like, because she asked for it first. So I finished this. And I watched Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch, as well as Hands Across the Sea. She does she does a video for finishing as well. So it was wonderful. Then my friend Phoebe, so this is Phoebe's finish for me last year, this little rat from the Nutcracker. Isn't he so cute? That was her finish for me last year. And then she made me that little pillow this year. I have it right here. Look at, do you recognize him? He's from the Cottage Garden Santas marching in a row with those little animals. She just picked out the little deer and put him on fabric that she dyed herself and then finished it herself for me. I love him. He's so cute. Yeah. So, I would talk about the attic. I had such a great time at the attic. Met so many great people. And I had a really good time at the attic. I'm so glad I went. It's the one thing that was on my bucket list, and I really, really enjoyed going. I'm glad I did it. I'm not going to go to any this coming year. I don't know anybody whenever I go. I don't have, I mean, I met people and it was really great. And I sat with people, and I sat with somebody else that didn't have anybody else to sit by. So we had a great time. She and I did. And it was just, I just enjoy a smaller venue, I would say. And it's just so different because I'm an outgoing person. I like to meet people, but it's just I really enjoy a smaller group. So that's what I enjoy. But I met so many great people there, so many wonderful people. It was great. So we got a lot of projects there. Some I started and some I didn't. This was the project from Collector with a Needle. And the kit that we got for this sewing roll is incredible. We got these 100 threes. I mean, look at that. They're beautiful. And then we got the backing for it and the ribbon for it. And then this is the project that I started. I'm not a fan of this whole thing that I purchased, but I'm going to finish it probably in a hoop. Because it just doesn't roll tight enough, and yeah, it's just not for me, but I love it. I will love to finish this. That'll be really wonderful. Then we got from Robin Chappelle, we got this pumpkin time drum and little tiny sampler to do, and she gave us all the stuff to finish it. Little stuffing, batting to stuff the little pumpkin on the top of it. We got stuffing for that, and material. She already sewed some of it, and all of the floss. And this is an excellent kit. I just love it. And then this is the Blackbird Designs kit. You've got the finishing for that as well in there. I didn't start this one. There's 2 projects in here. A little paperweight, and then the other project that we got from Alma. And then this is just my favorite from there. This is Real Comfort. And this is just me in a nutshell. There is nothing like staying home for real comfort. And that is exactly how I feel. And so I did get a start on this, but the tiniest start ever known to man. So I don't even know which way it goes, but I'll figure it out. Oh, I think it goes this way. Or maybe, no, it goes this way. That's at the top. So I started in the middle, so it'll be fine to figure out. It'll be just fine. So we got all the floss and fabric to start that. So that was great. I got to go to the attic, which was beautiful. Jean, it was so good to meet Jean. She's just lovely. So that is my stuff from the attic. I'm gonna put this over here. Oh my gosh, what a mess already. Okay, now to go for the starts and the projects that I'm doing. Okay, this and my whips. This is a start, a new start by Modern Folk Embroidery. This is the Akgit Vierlandi sampler, 1833. And I wanted to start this on this 5363 fat half caster sugar, which I dyed myself a light gray. And this is my start on that fabric. And I'm not enjoying this stitch at all. I do like to stitch small, but this is just too small for me. This is just, there's something about the 5363 that I don't enjoy. I love to stitch on the 56 count for my Hands Across the Sea that is coming up soon, but I don't enjoy this, so I'm not going to continue. I mean, I'm not going to do it if I don't enjoy it. So I think I'm going to stitch it on, this is a 46 count that I started another project on. Maybe I shouldn't start it on this either, because it's not, legacy linen is just not my favorite, I've got to say. But I don't want to waste a whole piece of linen, you know? So maybe I'll just stitch smaller things on this. This is a 46 count. I think it's Fuller's Teasel, but I'm not positive. So I don't know yet what I'm going to stitch this on. If it's going to be a 46 count of this, or if I'm going to do a Zweigart 46 count. I really do enjoy that. I do have a big piece of Weeks Zweigart 46 count that I could stitch this on. And I'm doing it in 103 silk. Number 671, which is a suggestion from Katie. Which she is stitching this with Soie Surfine on this exact count. But I don't enjoy it. So I don't want to stitch something that huge that I don't enjoy the fabric. So that was a disappointment, but I didn't get very far, so that's fine. Another start that I had that I really enjoyed was this is my working copy of the Rose Wreath Sampler. I started this when I was at the Attic conference. And it was, I gotta find the cover, sorry. Here it is. The Rose Wreath Sampler. So pretty. And what am I stitching this on? I think this is Lakeside linen. And I've got the border done. And I got this corner. I started on this corner. This light is really not good. I'm gonna put this over here. That's better. And I'm stitching this with the overdyed floss. And I love it. This is one of the only ones that I started in the lower left. Usually I start upper left. But I enjoyed this start. I love to have a border done and in, and it met, and I was so excited. These are the overdyed flosses. So far, a lot of grasshopper was used. And I just love the color of these flowers. There's a nice pattern to them. So it's a real fun stitch. And I love to have the border done and just do the flowers as I go. That's a real fun thing to do for me. I enjoy it. So that was a new start. I have about 77,000 new starts. I mean, there's probably more than I even have here, you know. Then this is a whip that I worked on while I was at, I didn't mean to work on it, but I love it so much that I worked on it at the conference. And which way does this go? I think that's the bottom. This is the top, yes. This is the one that's on 56 count. And it is Sarah Brazier. I don't know how you say it. I've got all of the outer border, double border done, and I started on the inner double border here. So this is a huge monster of a chart. And I finally figured out how to count this. So I've got a correct count, because counting with pins is not easy. Counting these tiny squares on 56 count is not easy. I am off by 1 square on the top here. So I'll have to just start at the bottom left and work up. So because there's plenty of room at the top to go up a square. So that's what I'll do. But what I'm doing to count now is I skip every 10th square going across, and then I come back, and then I can count easily by tens. And then when I come back to cross them, I fill in the whole X. So it's much easier to stitch this. I cannot wait to get back to this. I love this project so much. It's fantastic. I'm stitching, this is on 56 count Zweigart. I forget what color it is. I didn't over dye it at all. And I'm using Vicki Clayton silk for this, which I love. On this tiny little, ooh, here's my needles. I found it. I'm finding things, hooray! I always keep a hoop in there too. So there's that. Here's another new start. I've been busy these past 2 months starting things. Should take this off the hoop. That's not good. I'm gonna do that. Take it out of the hoop. A little tiny hoop I love. So this is Christmas sausage, Finley. I don't have dogs. I don't want a dog in my house. I'm not a fan. But this dog, these dogs are so cute. I had to stitch these dogs. So I bought both of these new patterns. I love them so much. I bought both of them. I'm going to stitch them for my friend Barb, who also doesn't like dogs. And it's on 36 count Old Mushroom by XJew Designs. Look at him. Look at his face. He's so cute. This is done with Whisper thread. So I've got my toothbrush over here to brush it out as soon as I'm done with the Whisper part of it. So cute. You can't see it really on this fabric, but you'll be able to see it in person. It'll show up in person once it's stitched. It's so cute. I love it. I like the idea of dogs. I like other people's. I just don't want one, my own. But these dogs are so adorable that I love them. So I had to start them. So I have all the floss for them. And I had to start that little pupperoo. I want to stitch all of those animal crackers for sure. And then what is this? Oh, this is Christmas Garden. I worked on this last month. I'm a big fan of this. I finished this motif right here. I started this motif right here. And I'm doing the border now without these little guys, without these balls in this, because it takes so much longer. And I just want to get the border, outer border done, and I can go back and fill this stuff in. That's fine. So I really enjoy getting the border in. I love these colors so much. These muted Christmas colors are perfect. They're perfect. I love them. So that is Christmas Garden. And this is on 40 count Mayflower Mocha by R&R. Super exclusive. Oh, and here's my glasses. I got to put that in my little yellow tray. Because I just thought to myself, where's my glasses? I can't see a thing without my glasses. I can, but I like to watch TV, so I put those glasses on so I can watch TV and stitch. Otherwise, I stitch with my glasses off, and I can't see the TV. Oh, I started something else. I don't think I've shown you this. I started Away We Ride. Blackbird. Got my working copy in there. Gotta take this hoop out. And what am I stitching this on? It's real tiny. It's tinier than I thought it would be. Look at. Isn't it bitsy? You know, I like to get that border done, but I had to stitch one flower in there. But stitching the border as I go. Oh, I think this is the one where I put the thing the wrong way. Yeah. See, each of these, this goes out like this. Just the other day I was thinking, what's the one where I have to take out a border? Yeah, this is the one. So this one sticks out, and then this one goes in. This one sticks out. This one sticks out. Gotta hang up. My mom's calling me. No. No, Mom. And this one sticks out, and this one sticks in. So this one needs to go in right here. So I have to rip this out a little ways and then redo it. So bummer, but it's okay. I don't mind ripping stuff out. But, I mean, I do, but it's okay. I'm glad I remembered which one I have to do that to. But this is going away for a little while, so yeah. And then I stitched on, what is this? I don't know what that is. This is what I'm working on this month. For the whole month, I'm working on this. And I want to get it finished. This is Red Deer Sampler. That was my last January stitch, and I got a lot done. I worked on this while I was on the airplane. And I worked on it while I was waiting for the airplane. It was delayed. My flight was delayed going to Phoenix for the attic. So I just got there barely on time. So I got all the border done. I'm off a half a stitch on this border, but no one will ever know. This, I made a mistake down here with a thread. This is a really loose weave, old Weeks Confederate gray. And I just missed a tiny little, I even found where I did it, like right away. It was so annoying, but you won't be able to tell. I'm just working from this way over, so. Yeah, so I've done 2 of the letters. Today I'm going to finish these 2 flowers and then do a letter, and then I'm going to go back up to this big flower right here and finish around here. So yeah, that's my plan, to finish Red Deer. We'll see if I can do it. I'm a faster stitcher than I was last year, but I only got halfway done last year. So, and I got a late start this month because I wanted to do the 12 by 12, which I'm going to talk about next. The 12 by 12 was not a 12 by 12 for me because I'm unable to stitch things for just an hour. It's a flaw that I have, genetic flaw. I'm not able to stitch for just an hour on something. I must stitch for longer. So it was kind of a bummer, but it's fine. It's totally fine. So the first thing I started was, I've had this kitted up for over a year. This Carriage House Samplings, the Garden Glade. I'm stitching with NPI silk. I always keep my silk in a separate bag so it doesn't get all ratty, you know, rubbing against stuff. And I'm stitching this on R&R Espresso. And this is my start. A little bird, little dird, and then the top of the tree. This was my first start of the 12 by 12, which ended up being a 6 by 24. Okay. And then I started this. This is delicious. I could not wait to start this. I saw Trixie Tricycle started this, and I had to buy this like toot sweet. Toot de sweet. This is, I'm not even going to take it out of the bag, Anna Sophia Bircham. Look at that beauty. And it's just so dang pretty. And I'm stitching this on 40 count eucalyptus. And this is my start for this. I'm using DMC floss. Look at how pretty that is on this eucalyptus. There's Green Bay Packer colors, green and yellow. And I had to just stitch that border, and this is like two strands right there. And then I had to stitch that flower. So that was like a 2-hour deal. It's my little boy's birthday on January 1st, and his sisters took him to a water park for his birthday. So he was gone. So I felt so excited to be able to just sit and stitch all day long. And it was excellent. It was so fun. I had the best time ever. Oh, and this, I'm also going to stitch with these 103s for the bees, because I didn't want to stitch over one on 40 count with DMC. I don't enjoy that very much, but I do enjoy it with 103s. So it's wonderful. And then, what is this? Oh, never mind. It's not stitching. Then I started this beautiful thing. Another thing that I purchased was some fabric from some Saju fabric from a company. I forget what they're called. Très Chic Stitchery, I think. They had a 50% buy one get one free. So I bought some of their fabric. They're 32 count, and it's just going to be perfect for this project. This is Rosanna Tyndale 1840 that I started, and I can fit them probably both on this piece of fabric, I'm thinking. I should have done it this way, but I stitched them this way. and it's just going to be perfect. Look at this. This is with flower threads. I love it. And this is just on an off-white piece of Saju fabric. It's kind of hard. It feels like Witchelt, but that gets softer over time. So I was hoping this would too, but it's pretty firm. Pretty firm. See, stands up. But I don't care. It's really fun to work with this flower thread on this fabric. It's just beautiful. So here's the flower thread, Ginny Thompson flower thread. It's so pretty. I'm really enjoying stitching with it. Then I started this project, which I wanted to start forever. I've got the little Tidy Made 100 threes in the Tidy Made bowl. And this is I Had a Father, Kind and True, Alice Clark, 1844. I've got my working copy in back. And I'm stitching this on 46 count wheat linen, fiber on a whim. This is so beautiful. This fabric is lovely. All fiber on a whim fabric seems to be green. So this is how far I got on that. Another border. This border is very fun. It's like 11-9, 11-9. So it's really easy. But I always count it out first and then write in the margins if there's any discrepancies in that. But that's how far I got for the hour. And I think it was a little more than an hour. It's just a delight to stitch on this fabric. It's a really great fabric. I love it. Again, that's 46 count wheat by Fiber on a Whim. I don't know how, I'm going to have to do a lot of counting with this because these motifs are so far apart, you know. If you have a, like this rose right here in the corner, you have to count away from everything so much to get to that guy. So, I don't know, maybe I'll have to start down a little bit down here on the motifs and then move up that way. I don't want to, you know, it's a lot of counting on 46 count. And I've been known to miscount sometimes. And then second to the last start that I did. It was hot to start this baby. This is another Chessie and Me, and I did not get far at all on this one. I was getting real pooped. This is Across the Sea sampler. I love it. I love this border. This is a 4-sided stitch. Isn't it so cute? Can't see it. I'm sorry. There. This is on 36 count Inferno by Silk Weaver. I think it'll look great on this. So that's the outer border, is this 4-sided stitch, which I just love doing. And then at the, you know, it's a reversible stitch. So the other side is just crosses, you know. So that's fun. That's super fun. So I'm really enjoying that. I've got the tiniest start ever. Here's the flosses. It's all Weeks Dye Works. It's going to look great on that fabric. I wanted to do that for a long time. Start this for quite some time. And then the last start I started with my friend Phoebe. Again, she's Moonshine Stitchery. You probably are watching her already. If you're not, she's awesome. She's such a gentle, kind soul. She deserves everything. So we are stitching this together. Birds of a Feather. And this is my 2 strands a day project now. She's doing it 2 strands a day, and so am I. I was just sitting in the car. I forgot my hoops, so I was just sitting and stitching in hand. This is how far I am. And I'm stitching this on 36 count Dusty Road linen by Seraphim. And this is the most fun stitch that I'm stitching on right now. It's just a blast. So this is my 2 strands a day. And I am stitching on this during the time that I'm stitching on my Red Deer sampler. I'm sure if I just stitched on Red Deer, I would get further. Maybe I need to rethink that, but it's just so fun. I just don't even want to. It's such a great time. It's a great time. Okay, so my plans are to stitch Red Deer sampler all month. And then, you know, I like to film once a month, but it's been so busy. This past, my dad's been sick. He's 84, and he was just in the hospital right before Christmas, and I'm a nurse, and I've been helping out with his health care along with my sister, and we're all pitching in. You know, I have 3 sisters and a brother, and my one sister Holly is living with them, so that's just been a huge blessing, helping them. I don't think they could be by themselves at home without my sister Holly, because it's just so much hard work. So anyway, it was helping with them. My son had casts on both of his legs, doing serial casting, and it's just so much hard work to do that, because you have to do everything for them. But before I go, I just want to show you my one purchase that I had that my husband said, yes, you may get that. And that is my little, look at that guy, my little antique Clark's Colors cupboard, thread cupboard. I love it so much. The top lifts up, and I'm keeping paper in there right now. And then the bottom, it's in pretty good shape, but it's giant. It is huge. And I'm going to be lining those drawers. And here, let's see if I can turn this around. Oh, I don't know. Here, we'll do this. There's the little cupboard. Sorry, there you go. And I just love this wood detail right here. This is the drawer. And if you can see in there, we've got little town clerk. Here's a little safe combination. Another one up there, and another one down here. Little safe combinations. That's kind of fun. I bought this from a woman that had it and said it was just too big. So she didn't want it anymore. And I said, I want it. This lifts up right there. So there, that was my nice purchase that my hubby let me go get. So that's it. I think that's it for this Flosstube. I really appreciate it if you're watching. Thank you so much. And I'll see you the next time. Bye.